Hi, welcome to the Ambershows. I hope you guys had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. I had a wonderful 4th of July weekend, and I hope everybody is back to work and you're just waiting for the next holiday, or good enough just a weekend. I got some good news, let me tell you. Okay, remember I always tell you I'm not sure that I'm going to vote for Hillary because I really don't like Hillary. And remember, a lot of people don't, but I do. She said when she was running in the race, when it was the race before the primaries rather, she had said when she was running against President Obama, who wasn't the president, they were both trying to run for president. She said, "Well, you never know if he's going to make it or still be alive by the time the primaries are over." She said because it happened to Bobby Kennedy. So when she said that, to me it was like, what you trying to say? Obama could be dead. Shit, she could be dead too. But I did some research. The Clintons are straight up gangster. I mean, straight up gangster. Do you know over 100 people have been killed that know the Clintons or were related to the Clintons in some business, fashion, or other? Listen, Monica Lewinsky, only reason she must have got away is because, one, her girl Linda had that dress with the sperm on it. And then, after it was all over, she ran her behind to Europe because the Clintons ain't no joke. Let me tell you something. It's called the Clinton body count. The case of the Clinton body count. Okay, let's start with one. James McDougal. He died in Fort Worth prison in 1998. He was cooperating with the federal prosecutors. He had damaging info on the Clintons regarding fraud and land deals. He supposedly died of a heart attack. Okay, Mary Mahoney, a former White House intern, was murdered at a Starbucks in 1997, just before she was about to go public about a sexual harassment case she had against Clinton. Now, she worked at the Georgetown coffee shop. Her and 3 other girls were found shot to death in the coffee shop when it was closed. There was wasn't broken into, there was no forced entry, and there was no money taken. Okay, former Clinton White House correspondent was found shot to death, Vince Foster. It was ruled a suicide in Fort Murray Park in 1993. Again, he was working for Clinton as a correspondent. Clinton, remember, was the governor of Arkansas during these times. Critics of the investigators said there was a lot of unanswered questions about his death after the body was found and some of the activities that took place around the White House right after they found his body. A lot of stuff was going on at the White House, shuffling and moving his papers around and things in his office. Ron Brown, Secretary of Commerce, reportedly died in a plane crash. Him and 34 people on Air Force jet. He had a huge hole in his skull at the top of his head. He was on the outs with the Clintons and had business deals with them. That was when Clinton again was governor, 1993. 1992, Victor and Montgomery Razor. They were both killed in a plane crash while on a fishing trip in Alaska. He was described as a major player in the Clintons' organization. Foul play was investigated for that crash. Look, it's a lot of people that died in plane crashes messing with the Clintons. They have some type of networks and some kind of something going on with airports, because remember, Barry Seal, the largest cocaine smuggler in United States history, his hangar, the secret hangar, was in Arkansas. So we'll get back to that. Paul Tully, he was a trusted advisor of the Clintons. He was found dead in his hotel room in 1992. Clinton fundraiser, Ed Wiley, he was found dead deep in the woods of Virginia. Gunshot to the head, ruled a suicide again. He died the same day his wife, Kathleen Wiley, claimed that Clinton had fondled her in the Oval Office in the White House. Jerry Parks, head of the Clinton security team in Little Rock, Arkansas, he was gunned down in his car at a deserted intersection outside of Little Rock. Parks' son said his father was building a dossier on Clinton. He threatened to reveal the information, and the son said the files have since disappeared. James Brunch, he was found with a gunshot wound in the head. They said it was suicide. He had claimed he had a black book with Clinton's name and other big-time judges, senators, and people in politics who were visiting prostitutes, and he was going to turn it over. He was found dead. Remember Paula Jones, okay, from Arkansas? Remember once Clinton became president, she came out and said that her and Clinton had been having an affair for a long time. He was the best lover she had ever had. Well, Paula Jones, her good friend, was her name was Kathy Ferguson. She was the ex-wife of Trooper Ferguson, of a trooper who was Ferguson, was found dead in her living room. She had a gunshot wound to the head. That was ruled a suicide as well, even though she had packed several bags. All her luggage was there. She was to be a collaborating witness for Paula Jones regarding the sexual harassment charge that Paula was putting on the president. Now, after Paula filed the sexual harassment lawsuit against President Bill Clinton, she went and got her friend, Kathy Ferguson. Now, Kathy Ferguson, again, her husband, he was a trooper. He had committed suicide as well, supposedly. Found him with a gunshot to his head. She started going with another trooper. We're still with Kathy Ferguson, Paula Jones's friend. Her new boyfriend, he was a trooper as well. She had moved to his apartment, and she was found dead, like I said, bags packed. Then he, a month later, was found dead, and it was ruled a suicide. He was sprawled right outside of her, right over her grave, just laying over her grave, dead. They said that was a suicide. Candy Botch, she was the attorney for Gandhi Botch. He was the attorney for the Clintons. The Clintons had a friend named Dan Lassiter. Dan Lassiter died by jumping out of a window of a tall building. Okay, now Lassiter was the friend of cocaine smuggler Barry Seals. So again, let me go back over that. Gandhi Botch, he was the attorney for the Clintons. Friend, Dan Lassiter, died by jumping out a window of a tall building. Lassiter was friends of the cocaine smuggler Barry Seals, who Clinton was associated with. Remember, Clinton pardoned one of his drug smuggling friends right before he came out of office. All right, Suzanne Coleman, she reportedly had an affair with Clinton when he was the Arkansas governor. She died of a gunshot wound to the back of the head. That was ruled a suicide. Remember Ron Brown? You guys remember him? He was black. He was in Jet magazine when he was killed in the airplane crash. Okay, Ron Brown was killed in the crash of the Air Force plane in Croatia in 1996. Now, he died as one of Clinton's advisories was on the plane too, who often had questioned Clinton about illegal activities. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, the plane had inadequate annual inspection. That was why the plane crashed. Remember, it crashed and blew up. Barry Seal, again, this is what I wanted to talk about, because remember the Iran-Contra controversy with Reagan? Okay, now, Barry Seal, he was the largest cocaine drug smuggler in the United States in the 1980s. He smuggled $3 to $5 billion of cocaine into the United States. He ran it out of a heavily guarded secret airport in Arkansas, where Clinton was governor. The airport and the cocaine smuggling became part of the Reagan-Iran-Contra investigation. There was questions if Bill Clinton, while governor, he looked the other way because he was the governor of Arkansas and all this cocaine is coming in. Then Barry was murdered by 3 gunmen with machine guns later on when things got too hot. Now, attorney and Clinton friend and Clinton fundraisers Kevin Ives and Don Henry, known as the Boys of the Track case, they stumbled upon the airport hangar that Barry Seals was coming through all the time in Arkansas. And he was bringing all that cocaine in from Iran. All right? Now, they were about to give testimony, Kevin Ives and Don Henry, to a grand jury about running into this, stumbling up on this airplane hangar. And they were killed by a train. Their bodies were found on the track in Arkansas. And look, they said that the rumors had it that they fell asleep on the track. That's how they got ran over by the train. But a coroner stated they both had been placed on that track and were dead before the train ever hit them both. Gotta tell you this, 12 of Clinton's bodyguards all are dead. 12 different bodyguards are all dead, okay? This is information you can look up. So, no wonder Clinton came to Harlem. He think he gangster. No wonder they was calling him, yeah, the first black president. Why? Because he's supposed to be like so cool and so gangster. I think he might be really gangster. We know for a fact that when Hillary caught him in all this mess with Monica Lewinsky, the reason she did not leave is because she made him promise that he was going to help her make it either in the Senate, Congress, or as president. That was his punishment. And that's what he's got to do right now. And that's what he's doing. So, I don't know. They all gangster. How you think this country was built? On lies, murders, thievery. And these are white folks. Okay, so they're always scared of black folks always doing something. But these are white folks. They do that big killing. They don't play. This is that I can make it seem like you committed suicide. I can make your plane crash. All that. So I think you just got to go with whoever you feel is best for the agenda that you're looking for and the way that you want your life to be and the United States to become. Me, I don't know what's going to happen. I worked for the President Obama and had the best time in my life as his deputy field organizer. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I may not even vote at all. But I just wanted to give you guys that information because it's not out. Like, nobody talks about it. How are 12 of his bodyguards dead? How all these people we know everybody killed themselves. But they all had something to do that was going to expose him in some kind of way. They all killed themselves. Monica Lewinsky got away in time, didn't she? She knew to hold on to that dress and that sperm. Her girl Linda told her, but you don't even hear nothing about Linda no more. Is Linda even still alive? Okay, you guys, I just had to tell you that information. I got some entertainment news I'm going to do next, but this right now is news and politics from the Ambershows. Have a great day.